community, I'm Pam and thanks for tuning into this channel. If you're new here, welcome. So today's plant topic will actually feature a philodendron of mine that I have in my collection. You guys, I cannot stress it enough, especially for your new plant parents. Philodendrons are definitely the way to go. They're very easy care. They're versatile as far as plant structure, trailing and hanging, and I 100% recommend to you guys to try a philodendron first if you decide to start your own individual plant journey. Now let me just get right into it. The plant that I'm going to be talking about today, you guys, is actually my Philodendron Subhastatum. And I just want to show you guys a quick view of this plant. And I love this plant so much, you guys, for the shape of the leaves, along with the deep, rich green. And then, of course, who can deny the beautiful red backing? I am really a sucker for the red backs, you guys. But I'm really fond of this plant because this plant really has made a tremendous comeback. And speaking of comebacks, I actually had a video, I did a video a few months back talking about one of the reasons why I love plants so much, which would speak on the resiliency of the plant. And this particular plant is one of the ones that I've discussed. Now, if you want to check that out, feel free. I encourage you to actually check that out because I've covered a couple of plants in my collection that really was on the brink of death and how they actually just made a comeback. So I'm just going to get right into it. I'm going to try to post a picture, you guys, of what this plant initially looked like when I first got it, and now you guys can compare to see where it is now. So let's just get really quick into the care of this particular baby right here. Now, in regards to the light, you guys, this plant loves bright and direct light, and I do have it sitting in my sunroom. It's actually 8 feet, I would say, away from my southwest facing window, and it's receiving some bright and direct light from the side of my Sansi light. This plant right here actually sits right behind me, you guys, and it tends to love the position that I have it, so I don't really see me moving it no time soon. Now the soil, you guys, keep in mind all philodendrons, for the most part, they do want airy soil. So for me, I just use my regular potting medium, and for the most part, I do use Miracle Grow, and I put about 30% of perlite into the mix. Now, what I recommend, you guys, if you don't have perlite, you can use orchid bark if you have that, 30% of that, or if you have pumice laying around, you can actually use that as well. But some form of an extra amenity to the soil will help with the aeration. Now, as far as water, I allow this plant to completely dry out. I do use my index fingers, my source. Keep in mind, if you've been watching my videos, you know I have the 1-2 knuckle test, as far as one knuckle, the first knuckle being 1 inch and the second knuckle being 2 inches of the soil. If you're not 100% sure, you guys, I recommend or encourage you to actually use your moisture meter and stick it in the soil to test the whether or not if the soil is dry. But I let this completely dry out, and then I give it a good drink to actually see that it comes out at the bottom of the pot here. And as you can see, you guys, I do have it in a terracotta. For the most part, my philodendrons, I try to put them in a terracotta pot. If I don't have it in a terracotta pot, then I may have it in the original nursery pot that I received when I first purchased the plant. Now, as far as humidity, philodendrons to me, well, particular philodendrons such as the Subhastatum doesn't require a lot of humidity, or at least it doesn't seem to be the case under my care. It's normal household humidity. I have a humidifier running in this room, but I have it set usually between 40 to 50%. Usually I don't go any higher than 50% in this room, and my plant actually tends to love it. I haven't had any issues with this in regards to the humidity. Now I'm going to jump right into pests, you guys. Yesterday I did actually notice that this plant was getting some form of spider mites. And what I did was I sprayed the plant down vigorously with water first, and then I sprayed it with my Bonide insecticidal soap. I let it sit for about like 5 minutes, and I actually rubbed it in to make sure. And then I gave it a great spray again down with water, lukewarm water, and then I topped it off with using my neem oil solution. So right now, I don't really see, I'm looking at it right now, I'm not seeing anything, but I will keep a close eye to make sure that it does not come back. And just as a preventative measure, maybe a week from now, I'll probably do the same thing, even if I don't see anything, just to make sure, because I have a lot of plants in this area, and I would hate to have some kind of widespread infestation go on. So I'm glad that I was able to catch it in time to actually prevent any future damage. But I want to also share with you guys this plant has been growing so vigorously for me. And as I made a mention earlier in the video, how I would encourage you to check my resilient plant video. All this growth that you see, every last leaf on this plant, you guys, is new. I have no old leaves now whatsoever. And it is still continuously growing. You have a new shoot trying to come out right here. And if you guys can see, the camera probably can't pick it up. Well, okay, let's see right here. I have this new growth growing right here, this new leaf. And it's just been rewarding me with one leaf after next. And I really, really do love it. I want to also share something with you guys that I just noticed as I actually picked this pot up to show you the plant. But I actually have, I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick it up. See that? It's an actual root growing out through the drainage holes, you guys. So I'm not going to be too concerned because I only had this plant in this pot for about a year now. And I'm not trying to repot it any soon. So I'll just see and keep an eye on how vigorously the aerial root will grow through the hole of this pot, and then I'll just take it from there. But that pretty much wraps it up, you guys, for this video. Keep in mind, you guys, if you love foliage as much as I do and you love listening to planting things, please subscribe to this channel. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I truly appreciate any support you guys can give me. Enjoy your day wherever you are in the world, and until next time, guys, much love. See you later.